Welcome back, everyone. Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo here with another episode of Star Trek Online. In front of you, you see Teles. She started her career as EXO on a starship in the last episode. The episode culminated in a couple of mysteries on Taurus 2. The first being why ships were being destroyed and crashing on the surface, and the next being, well, what is this whole deal with Captain Carr and the USS Enterprise? Well, we figured it out, joined the Enterprise, tried to take on Captain Carr, took him down to almost no hull and weapons at all, and he still escaped. We're now getting our wonderful opportunity to meet the crew of the Starship Enterprise. Now, this is all kind of fluff in the game, and I'm going to say it this way. I could sit here, we could listen to everything that they say, talk through everything that they do, but at the very end of the day, it doesn't advance the storyline much until we get to Scotty. So we'll listen to Scotty.
That was some fine work back there, friend. It's not every day one walks away from a brawl with the Klingons. You look familiar. If you don't mind me saying so, have we met before?
I don't think so, sir.
Must be my imagination then. You meet a lot of folks serving in Starfleet, to be sure. By the way, I heard you ran into the local wildlife on Taurus 2. Right unfriendly devils, aren't they? I won't be forgetting those gigantic spears anytime soon. Look me up sometime. We'll have a drink and share some caveman tales.
Thank you, Lieutenant Commander. I could use a good drink. Okay, from that point on, nobody else says they've seen us before, except for Chekhov, who talks about some incident revolving around some kind of a fire suppression unit and something that happened back in the academy. The most important part of what's going on here is what Ensign Mears has to say, especially since I was so hard on her and thinking that she was incompetent in that first episode. So let's go see what she has to say.
It's been a pleasure working with you. I didn't enjoy going back to Taurus 2, but we got the job done thanks to you. Starfleet First Officers must be my good luck charm. Captain Garrett has requested me for a new logistics position here at ESD. Might not be as glamorous as the Final Frontier, but I've accepted. Until next time, good luck out there.
Same to you, Ensign. Take care. Well, I guess that's it for Ensign Mears. I hope she has a great career here on Earth Space Dock. And I don't think that we get to meet her again, at least in this episode. The crux of this part of the episode is that we were summoned to speak with Captain Garrett, who for some reason is back here in the Admiral's office, and he has something he wants to talk to us about. So let's jump on to Captain Garrett.
Thanks for coming. I have some good news to share. First off, Fleet promoted me to Admiral. I'll be working with Deep Space Command on several exploration initiatives there. Our ship's going to need a new captain. I've talked it over with Command, and they agree with my recommendation. You. Congratulations, my friend. I know the ship will be in good hands once I'm away. Don't think you've gotten rid of me, though. I plan on keeping you plenty busy out there.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. Every generation, Starfleet officers hear the call of duty. Hidden dangers lurk in space, and the threat of Klingon attack has made even the most stout-hearted reconsider their choice to travel throughout the stars. A last-ditch effort to find a common ground could end this conflict, but there are many who oppose peace. If the Federation is to be saved from chaos, new officers will need to take up the task of restoring peace. Live long and prosper, Lieutenant.
I have some new orders for you. I've outlined important people you should talk to while visiting Earth's space dock. Speak with the tailor to customize your appearance. After that, speak with the ship vendor to claim a shuttlecraft.
Having spoken with Admiral Garrett, we take our leave and go about finding our way around Earth Space Dock. Coming over to the tailor, adjusting the rank insignia on our uniforms, going over and purchasing some training manuals for our bridge crew, and then eventually going on to the ship requisition officer and getting a more suitable ship for myself and my crew, a USS Constitution class, the brand new NCC 1722 USS Kiev. With our tour of Earth's space dock over, we head back to Admiral Garrett for new orders.
I know that being a starship captain is a big responsibility, but I believe you're up to the task. If you feel that your ship is ready for its next mission, I can give you new orders. Ever hear of Edrin 4? Jim Kirk got into a tussle with a Gorn there, and barely lived to tell the tale. Both the Gorn and the Federation have teams there now. I'd like you to back our new people up, in case the Gorn decide to engage in a little cowboy diplomacy.
Having studied the ship's logs of the USS Enterprise and Captain Kirk, aka watched the original series, I have an idea of what I'm going to find on Edrin 4. It's going to be a desolate planet, and the inhabitants are going to be other than hospitable. The Gorn, they're big, they're brawny, and, well, they don't like intruders. And that's a bridge we'll cross when we get to it.
We're reading several Gorn ships on our sensors as well as the USS Zhangha. The Zhangha is hailing us now.
Now the Zhangha, not this one, was the ship that Riker was commanding when the fleet showed up in the last episode of Picard Season 1.
Welcome to Edrin 4. I'm Bridget McKinnon, CO of the USS Zhangha. Glad you could join us. My science teams are on site and conducting initial surveys. Apparently this place is quite the geological marvel. We're not the only ones present, though. Our friends from the Gorn hegemony aren't terribly chatty, but so far they're keeping the peace.
How can we help, Captain?
Well, I'm sure my people wouldn't mind an extra hand down there on the geological marvel. Feel free to join the party.
I'll send a team to the surface then. Kiev out.
With a few Gorn ships already in the system, I decide to fly a little bit nonchalantly, if that's possible, trying not to stir up any undue attention. Tarsi does look a little bit
Captain,
concerned.
The Gorn are scanning us. They might not be talkative, but they are curious about us. Orders?
Steady as she goes, Ensign Tarsi.
I recommend caution when dealing with the Gorn. They can be easily provoked. We have entered the orbit of Edrin
Transporter
4,
room to bridge.
Captain.
The geological team, supplies, and gear are ready to beam down to Edrin 4.
Very good. Stand by for transport, Skevrin.
Lowering shields for transport. I'm detecting some unusual energy signatures in orbital space near Edrin 4. Recommend we perform a deep scan of each. They could be hazardous.
Agreed, Helm. Bring us into sensor range.
Strange. There. For a moment
What have you got?
there, it's nothing, Captain. Thought I was picking up an impulse drive. False alarm. I'll recalibrate the sensors. Don't want to be jumping at shadows here.
Very well. Carry on.
Captain, the science and engineering teams indicate that they have made it to the surface and made contact with the science team from the Zhangha. The rest of the landing party is standing by in Transporter Room 1. They're ready to beam down when you are.
Energize.
Ah, there you are. Better late than never, huh? Ensign Skavrin, Starfleet Corps of Engineers. Lovely planet we've got here. Charming, even, if you're fond of heat and rocks. Still, it's not a complete wash. To say this place is mineral-rich would be an understatement.
What's your background, Skavrin?
My first assignment out of the Academy was on Vulcan, working at a geothermal power site in Shikar. Great people, the Vulcans. Good at arguments, though all the logic comes off a little dry for my tastes. This is my first deep space assignment, and I'm damn glad for it.
Hope we're going to travel to more than desert worlds, though. I hear Ryza's nice this time of year.
So I hear. Glad to have you aboard, Ensign.
Now, this is exactly what I was expecting. A barren wasteland, little vegetation, lots of minerals, high heat. Yeah, just like home.
This looks like a good place to start our scans.
Immediately, that voice is very familiar to me, as is the likeness of this character. And it might be because I have immersed myself in the ship's logs of old ships in both Starfleet and the Federation. And that sounds an awful lot like, well, I don't want to give it away, even though it might have just been given away to me. Oh boy, when you watch,
this carbon deposit is
it just drives me crazy. Scaverin is going to be very talkative. He's going to be offering every bit of information that he can about each one of these boring mineral deposits that I have to scan. And as a captain, I kind of don't know why I'm doing this. We're going to have to fix this.
Whoever gets the mineral rights to this planet will be pleased. Very pleased indeed. My readings indicate there might be dilithium on this planet. I'll need to take more scans to be sure.
So wanting to get through with this as quickly as I can, I make sure I keep my team all in one bunch. We're in this mountain pass. It shouldn't be too bad. We can just go through it very quickly, scan everything that we can,
Soil alone is astounding.
and figure out what we have.
The soil here has a high concentration of sulfur.
Now, the stench of rotten eggs has already gotten in my nose, so Scaverin is definitely stating the obvious more than once.
Soil here has an amazingly high concentration of sulfur. What the? Mortar fire? We'd better head back to... Whoa! The mortars have closed off the pass. We can't reach the camp. Who would do this?
Look! Over there!
It's the Gorn!
I guess just being alive antagonizes the Gorn. And now we are finding ourselves in a battle, and I make a tactical decision to attack the lighter ones first, and yeah, obviously that was not the right decision. If the Gorn are attacking us here on the planet, I wonder what the situation with the Kiev is.
Captain, this is Lieutenant Newman. One of the Gorn ships just exploded. They're blaming us and attacking our forces, on the surface and in orbit. Captain McKinnon tried to explain, but they aren't responding to any hails.
Go to red alert, Lieutenant.
Way ahead of you, Captain. We're defending ourselves, and our shields are up, which means we can't beam you back to the ship. Afraid you're on your own for now.
Understood. We'll find a way back.
Over there. There might be a way out of this infernal canyon further down the valley.
Scaverin states the obvious again, but fails to mention that there are 4 Gorn in our way. At least the Gorn are dropping some equipment I could pick up. Now, with a few more between me and whatever that base is ahead, I want to make sure that my team has the equipment they need to assist me. The next squad of Gorn are comprised of the same makeup, 1 heavy and 2 light rangers. I take on the heavy and leave the light ones to Tarsi, who launches quite a few grenades at them. And oops, I probably overcharged my phaser too much for that one. I've been trying to not kill these Gorn up until now. We have 3 more up here on this rise. Doesn't look like they noticed me yet. And slow to react, but quick to go down. And Tarsi continuously throws her grenades again. I may need to tone her down in the future so we don't have friendly fire incidents or collateral damage.
We need a way out of this canyon, and I'm thinking that big rock up there is it. With a little Federation ingenuity, we can topple this rock with a makeshift bomb. Once it's down, we can walk across it and get back to camp before the Gorn use the Zhang-Ha's science team as target practice.
Just where will we find this bomb, Ensign?
Have you read Captain Kirk's report on this place? We have all the materials we need here to make bombs. They won't be pretty like me, but they'll get results. If you can collect the materials, Ensign Hunter and I will work out where to place the explosives. We're going to need at least 3 bamboo containers, sulfur, potassium nitrate, and coal.
Having given us a lesson in bomb making, I send Scavern up ahead to take a look around.
Behind us!
Comes back, and suddenly Gorn appear out of whatever this hut was. So very quickly we have to take them out again. And, ooh. That did not go as planned, but it went well. Now, Scavern has set up a couple of things inside my monocle or my tricorder that's pointing out a few places that I might be able to get the materials that we need to make the bomb. Of course, more Gorn are in the way. So this is going to be a little bit difficult or maybe tedious to get the parts that we need. Just trying to make sure I can see exactly how many are over here. Alright, looking for cover behind these rocks. Ensign Hunter just standing there with his back to a Gorn. Hope we don't have another red shirt incident like we did in the first episode. And I love this weapon. It's not the best, but it does its work. And I wonder if Tarsi even has a weapon. All I see is her throwing grenades. And we quickly pick up some parts, but of course, every turn and every step we take, it's another group of Gorn. I just find it amazing that they haven't worked together to take us out, that they're just going about their business, and as we come down this mountain pass, it's just a slaughter. Right, picking up the different equipment. We need some bamboo. Yeah. I guess we're going to put the bomb in here. Where else? Felt like there was another one what we needed. And taking these guys. Making sure I use them the right way this time. There's another one, too. About 2 or 3. There's at least 2. Let's take them out first. Everybody, come on. Take this guy out. Those heavy dudes are really, really, really difficult on us because our shields do protect us against their phaser fire. But there's not much that's going to protect me against a rock hitting me in the head. Well, it seems like I did forget one, and I have to run back up the pass to get it. And it's this bamboo, and only this bamboo, that's going to be right for the bomb that Scavern needs to make. And that's annoying, because look how many bamboo shoots there are all the way over here. So let's make our way over to where the rock is that we have to blow up, and give all the pieces of the bomb to Scavern, so he could get us out of here.
Right. Ensign Hunter and I will construct the bombs we need to bring down this rock across the canyon. That's the easy part. It's up to you to keep those angry Gorn off us while we work. Hope you're a good shot.
Ensign, I think you're forgetting who's in charge. Work quickly.
Well, at least the Gorn are punctual. Keep them off us!
As the Gorn come into view, Tarsi and I have our hands filled trying to keep them from overrunning our makeshift camp over here. And again, with the grenades, Tarsi is a huge help.
Potassium nitrate can react explosively.
So that wasn't so bad. Just one team of Gorn so far. It shouldn't be too hard, right?
Now mix it with the coal. Carefully.
Oh, coming down the pass, we have yet another group of Gorn. And Tarsi makes her way out
We're
ahead,
just about done.
leaving cover, and oh, more rocks incoming. I hate when they throw things at me. But we're no worse for wear at that one, so 2 groups of Gorn and no problem, and oh, here comes another group. These guys rush in real fast and unload on me. Tarsi, maybe now's a good time for a grenade. And quickly start pummeling on me. Oh my, Tarsi, please. I might need to have a little bit of medical attention after this one. Oh, shield recharge. Looks like we're doing well. And yet another rock being thrown our way. All right, any more?
Well, now that Ensign Hunter and I did the hard work, it's time for you to pull your weight around here. You need to place these charges under the rock. Spread them out, though not too far. I'm sure you can figure out an optimal placement.
Ensign, after we're done here, you and I are going to have a long conversation in the ready room about how you speak to your superiors. 3 bombs, 3 clearly marked locations for the bombs to be placed in. Kind of makes me think that somebody could have been helping me do this. But the bombs are very easy to place and wire up.
We should move to a safe distance.
And then it's just a matter of getting to a safe enough distance so we could blow the bottom piece of this cliff wall out so we can hopefully have what is an easily traversable ramp up the side of that pass.
Back in the academy, they said that in the battle of man versus nature, man loses. Well, take that, nature.
Do you think your victory over Mother Nature will hold, Ensign?
Absolutely. We should be able to climb that rock just fine. It's steep, but a minor obstacle for us nature conquerors. Just, watch your step.
I hope the scientists are all right. The Gorn aren't known for their mercy.
So it shouldn't be more than a short run over to the camp, so we'll be back in just a sec. As we enter the camp, we could see quite a number of Gorn, and it looks like they're holding the science team hostage. One of them really does stick out as being larger than the others, most likely the leader. And I just need a little bit of time, and yes, we can take down these smaller ones rather quickly. And again, my team continues to throw grenades, and while there are hostages in the area, I'm quite concerned that we definitely have to go over security protocols and how to engage the enemy with a little bit less lethal force. Even so, we very quickly get through this battle and free up the hostages.
Thank you. Things were looking pretty grim there for a moment. The Gorn. They kept saying the deaths of their people would be avenged, but we didn't do anything. I haven't fired a phaser since the academy.
Safe now, Doctor. Join your people on the shuttle and head back to the Zhangha. We'll take care of showing up things down here.
Glad you're in one piece, Captain. It's clear up here for the moment. Transporters are standing by.
Thank you, Lieutenant. 4 to beam up.
Looks like the Gorn have exercised the better part of valor, Captain. But the Zhangha's in rough shape. Captain McKinnon is hailing us now.
On screen.
Good to hear from you. Thank you for saving my people.
Thanks needed, Captain. What's your status?
We're making repairs, but it'll be some time before our engines are back online.
I'll head to your position. Maybe we could help you get up and running faster.
We're picking up Gorn warp signatures on our long-range sensors here. They're coming back.
And Tarsi, move us between the Zhangha and that Gorn. Still without reason, we engage the Gorn and take our time trying to whittle down its defenses. It seems that he's no match for us, but very quickly I find out I've got to rebuild my hotbar. It's something that you have to do every time you get a new ship, and I should have done it before this battle started. Having completed getting my controls set up, the battle rages on for quite some time. Early in the game, you find yourself just a little bit less able to take out ships very quickly. And also, my skill at playing the game just is not there yet. Probably will be by the time we're done, but I'm still learning as we go. Nonetheless, we continue to battle the Gorn ship, taking our licks when we have to take them, but dishing out enough to get the Gorn to jump away. Now it's time to get over to the Zhang Ha and see how she's faring.
Thanks for covering us. The Gorn would have made short work of my ship otherwise. I owe you one.
How are the repairs coming?
Slow but steady. Our warp drive is still disabled, but we're making progress.
I'll beam over some supplies to assist you. So we head over to the Zhang Ha, and we can see that she's leaking plasma. And she's probably one of the worst classes of ships we have in Starfleet right now, the Daedalus.
Thanks. I hate to ask, but something's bothering me. We picked up strange energy readings before the attack. It could be nothing.
Send over what data you have. I'll have my crew take a look at it.
Sending it now. I'd start with the debris of the Gorn ship that was destroyed. There might be a clue there.
Acknowledged. Stay safe, Captain. Moments later, we arrive at the debris field.
Captain, the crew of the Zhang Ha were onto something. I ran a deep scan analysis of the Gorn debris, and the results are damned peculiar.
Peculiar? How?
Gorn ships aren't as tough as a Tellarite design, but our scaly friends know a thing or two about hull plating. Whoever fired this shot knew exactly where to hit them.
Can you tell who did this?
Not with the data we have now, but the science team just found another strange energy reading nearby.
See what's out there. Tarsi, set a course. Moments later, we arrive at a spatial distortion and start our scan.
Picking up debris from the Gorn ship, and some trace elements of weapons-grade plasma. Sir, I know who did this. It's the Romulans.
Romulans? Are you sure?
I'll shave my eyebrows if I'm wrong. It's the Romulans, I'm sure of it. There's more bad news. The Gorn are coming back, weapons hot. Orders?
Tactical. Target their subsystems to disable them. This early in the game, combat seems to be very slow going. It's missing that, I don't know, the explosions, the Michael Bay-ness that I would expect in a Starfleet battle against a Gorn ship. Nonetheless, we take on the Gorn and whittle away its shields and over time, hopefully disable it.
We thought we could share this space equally, Federation. Your unprovoked act of aggression against our research vessel tells me otherwise.
Captain, we have data that proves it was the Romulans that attacked your ship.
I see no Romulans, only Federation ships. Do you think me a fool, Captain? Most convenient, Captain, but I am unconvinced. Produce these Romulans that you claim destroyed our ship, or prepare to pay for your crimes.
Captain, I've got an idea. If we can generate a charged particle burst, we might overload their cloak.
Make it happen, Ensign Scavron.
You're quite the clever one, Captain. Too clever, I'm afraid. No one can know of our actions here today. Your death, while regrettable, is necessary.
We'll see about that. Now, working with the Gorn, taking on the 3 Romulan warbirds seems to be a little bit easier, with one of their ships destroyed in a mere matter of seconds. I try to take on one of the higher end ships. It seems to be that there's a couple of Romulan warbirds and what looks like might be a cruiser. I'm going to have to get a little bit closer to see what the actual configurations are. I've never actually seen a Romulan ship up close and personal. This one that I'm fighting looks almost like a Klingon. It does. It looks like a Klingon cruiser. And it's about as fragile as the ones I encountered over by Taurus 2. So with 2 down, myself and the Gorn work on this last one. And very quickly, one of the brand new skills I gave to Ensign Tarsi seems to be helping us out a lot, and that is beam overload. Of course, those wonderful mines that the Gorn ship was using against me are equally effective against the Romulans. Those last 2 photon torpedoes doing them in.
Well fought, Federation. The hegemony will remember the Romulan treachery today, and your assistance in exposing it. I propose we continue our joint surveys of Edrin 4 under a mutual non-aggression pact.
Perhaps one day we'll be able to explore together.
So there was another player on the field. Nice work out there, Captain. We'll be heading for the closest starbase soon, but we'll be back to finish our work here, along with the Gorn, I'll wager. I think the Romulans will take a pass, though.
And with good reason. Good luck, Captain.
All decks have reported in. We're ready to disembark on your
As we come to the end of episode 2, it seems I'm getting my sea legs back. I'm really enjoying doing these videos. Star Trek Online, although old, is bringing me a little bit of joy. And in the after mission report here, it looks like Ensign Scavron's going to be joining our crew. And you'll see that in just a moment. Well, thank you very much for joining me, and I really appreciate all the great comments you've been leaving. And please remember to click that thumbs up button below if you like the video. And if you do subscribe, be sure to click that bell-shaped icon below so you get notified of all the future videos. And with that said, folks, you all be safe out there, and I will talk to you soon.